everyone, this is Crystal and I am here today with my 2018 Project Life album. This is week 28. I have all my photos already printed. I have a 4x6 photo that still needs to be cropped in half, but otherwise everything else should be ready to go. As you can see, 4 out of the 5 photos from this week are of alcohol. That is how my life has been recently. Don't worry, everything's fine, but it just is kind of emblematic of my life at this time. That is what I was focusing on. That's what I was taking pictures of. So I'm gonna roll with it and see what I can do, see what I can come up with, and make it kind of a theme for this week. I'm using mostly, I think, the August kit from Citrus Twist Kits. Even though this is a July spread, my July kit is basically gone. But I still have almost all of my August kit almost untouched here, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that and pull what I can. And then I may add a few things from my stash as well. So I am gonna put you on fast forward and get started. So I'm going to start by just pulling out all of the papers and cards that are in this kit. And as you can see, this kit has the gorgeous Maggie Holmes Willow Lane 6x8 papers in it. So I'm excited to use some of those. But first I'm just going to go through the cards that came in the kit to see if there are any that really fit for this week. So there's that one that I just pulled out that is a 4x6 that says it's okay, I guess, I think. And I thought I could cut that down to 3x4. That would be kind of perfect for this week. But I don't end up using it. And I really wanted to use that kind of rainbow heart, but it matches really well with a card that says something about it being a good day, which definitely does not fit for this week for me. So I'm going to keep that for a future layout. And instead I'm going to use a card that says, I have no idea what I'm doing. That's the one in the top right corner. And then I've got a kind of a filler card in the center that says Summer Nights. And then for the title card, I'm going to choose one of the Maggie Holmes papers. I thought that this kind of leafy, viney pattern matched really well with the bottom photo. That 4x6 photo is taken at a local restaurant at a rooftop bar. And it has a kind of green wall in the back, so it's a wall of little planters with flowers and herbs and things growing in it. So I thought that it kind of echoed that wall with all of the vines, and also the colors just worked really well with what I have out so far. So now I'm just going through the ephemera pack, and there is so much in these packs, as always. The Citrus Twist Kit die cut packs are just so full of embellishments. So I went through and I pulled out a couple that I thought I might use, and now I'm just going to go through the rest of the embellishments and do the same thing. So I pulled out a couple of these chipboard stickers that I thought might work. Neither of them actually end up staying where I've put them, but I'm just going to kind of move things around and see what I like. So I had pulled out that little chipboard circle with a yellow heart in the center of it, and so I thought maybe I should include some more yellow, so I tried pulling out a few more yellow things. None of those actually end up staying. I don't end up including any yellow in the spread. I just didn't like the way that it looked with the rest of the things that I end up using. But I do like that chipboard piece at the bottom that says right here, right now. And I've got it in the center of that photo, but I will soon realize that I can't leave it in the center, obviously, because I have to trim it down to 3x4. So I'm going to keep it there, but I'm going to move it over to the right just a little bit. So I just went through the cut-aparts from this month's kit. Those are free from Citrus Twist Kit, and you can print them at home and either use your die cut machine or, like I did, just hand cut them. I do have a silhouette, but I sometimes just prefer to hand cut them. It's kind of therapeutic to sit and fussy cut all those little bits out. I usually do it while I watch TV, so it gives me something to do with my hands while I'm watching Netflix. So I also went through those fabric die cuts that came in the kit and the cork pieces. I don't believe I end up using any of either of those two things. So I've gone through all of the embellishments now, and I'm just kind of moving things around to see what is actually going to work and what I like with my photos and on my spread. So I'm just kind of weeding through everything and figuring out where things are going to go in the end. And I think I pretty much have just about everything where I want it. I know I need something on this last photo, so I went with one of the die cut labels and a chipboard piece, and that is just about it for embellishments, and that's where I put that heart back. I decided I just don't like the yellow with this spread, so no more yellow. Okay, so now I've pretty much got things. I'm going to look at the stamps because I know that there are several on these stamp sets that I want to use. So I'm going to start with this photo of my injured foot in a hammock with a White Claw, of course. And I'm going to use this die cut piece that says "Embrace the Detours" and then a stamp that says "Yes, this happened." And I'm using a Versamagic ink. It's a pigment ink, I think, or it might be a chalk ink. And I think the color is something like Midnight. I will link it below if you're curious. It's a dark blue kind of navy ink, and it's one of my favorites. I use it quite a lot, so I will link it below. So that's all I'm doing on that card for now. I've moved on to this other photo, and I know I want to include another stamp. I kind of want to do the same thing. So I have a chipboard piece that says "Sew Every Day," and I'm using a stamp that says "Left to my own devices." So it's a picture of a cider at our local tap house, and it just seemed to kind of fit for me for this photo. So I'm going to stamp that on using that same ink in dark blue, and that's pretty much going to do it for that card. So I think I'm going to move on to this bottom photo now, and I have a little tag that says "Food, Friends, and Sunshine." This is taken on that rooftop bar, the same as the photo next to it. So I thought that was pretty fitting. And then there's a little die cut in blue that says "Pretty Good Stuff." So I'm going to add both of those. I just used my Crop-A-Dile to punch a hole in that tag so that it looked more like a real tag, not like something I cut out of paper myself. And then I just added a staple instead of adding some twine. I wanted to put something in the hole of that tag, but I didn't really want to add any twine, so I just used a little gold staple. And that's where I had to move over that chipboard so I could trim my photo. And I just added both of those, the one that says "Right Here, Right Now," and the one below it that says "Happy" or "Makes Me Happy" onto the corner of that photo. And now I've moved on to the top photo, and I pulled out an old Studio Calico stamp set. And I thought I might use one of the wine glasses or something and add some more stamping to the page, but I end up just going with a stamp that says "Happy Hour." And then I'm going to use that little chipboard piece that says "So Happy" just below it, and just write a couple lines of journaling. Why I took the photo because I was at band practice, and one of our band members had some really good wine that he shared with the rest of us, so I wanted to remember what it was in case I could ever find it again. So I took a photo of it, and I thought I would just include it so I could have that memory documented. So I'm just looking through the rest of my embellishments. These are stickers from previous kits. So I thought there might be a few that I could include here. And I'm also looking for an alpha to use for my title card. And I think I'm finally going to use these pink puffy alpha stickers from Stitches Twist. I don't remember which kit they were in. It was a previous kit from this year. And I've been wanting to use them. I just haven't been able to find a spread that they really worked on. So I think this one is finally it. I'm going to use them to spell out "week" on my title card. But of course there are no numbers on this set, so I'm going to have to dig back into my stash to figure out what I can use for numbers to write out 28. So using my Thickers alignment tool to get those straight on my card, and then I'm going to go with these navy blue puffy alphas from Pink Fresh Studio to add the number 28. And they don't show up very well on camera. They are a bit easier to see in real life, but they're still kind of blend into the card, but that's okay with me. I like the way they look. So I'm going to use my date stamp to stamp out the dates for this week, and this is the Heidi Swapp date stamp that has the kind of scripty months on it, and I really like it, but I am having a hard time getting it to stamp nicely. It tends to stamp kind of messily, which is okay. It doesn't bother me too much, but sometimes I'd like it just to turn out nice. So I still need to play with that stamp and figure out what I'm doing wrong to get it to stamp correctly. And then I'm just going through those couple other of sticker sheets that I had pulled out from previous Citrus Twist kits. I'm just going to add some of the puffy heart stickers. I'll spread them around around the layout in I think 3 or 4 places. And then I also added that puffy sticker to the title card as well that says Now and Then. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this filler card in the center. So I added that little kind of banner shape in pink. It's kind of like a ledger print arrow banner shape to the top, and I like that, but it needs something on it, and I thought maybe a stamp or a small sticker, but I couldn't find anything. And then when I turned it over to cut the excess off, I realized the other side says Summer Days in pink, and I thought, actually, all of these pictures are they're not dark. It's not nighttime, so I thought Summer Days actually works kind of better. And then I'm just going to add a stamp below it that says More Issues Than Vogue. That's from the Traveler's Notebook stamp set from Citrus Twist Kits from August. And I thought that was just kind of perfect. I used that same blue ink to stamp it under Days on that card. And I like the way that turned out. I'm happy with that. And I think the only thing I have left is to add my journaling. And I thought I was going to take it to my typewriter, but then I decided I was just feeling a little lazy and just wanted to handwrite it instead of having to pull out my typewriter. So I wrote some journaling that just kind of covers the whole week. And then I'm going to add a stamp to the top that says Born to Be Real, Not Perfect. And that again is from the Traveler's Notebook stamp set from August from Citrus Twist Kits. And that's pretty much going to do it for this spread. So there are some close-up photos coming up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, please do give a thumbs up. It means a whole lot to me to know that you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe so that you get notified when I upload new videos. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.